It's been just over a week since the Welcome to Hong Kong trailer. Now, there is a lot of detail in that trailer and the surrounding info that they decided to give us at Nacon Connect. The question of are there going to be player houses or dealerships seemed like a no-brainer to me. I would have thought, obviously, there's going to be player houses and dealerships in Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. However, some of the community have assumed the worst and seem to think that there are going to be no player houses or dealerships in Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. While I myself think this is ridiculous, I thought we should probably see why they might think that in the first place. And I really just want to make this video to clear this up with some people, because yeah, as I said, it's been over a week and I thought this issue would die down pretty much instantly, and I don't know, there's still quite a lot of people saying this. So the reason why they're saying this is because of two things on their website. Firstly, they say the Solar Hotel is the main competition area and also where the players live. So that line there. And also, access to the most luxurious suites is reserved for the most prestigious clients. And that's number two. Now, the idea that I assume people have about this is that as you go up in player level, you unlock better and better suites in the Solar Hotel. So you start off with a really crappy suite and work your way up to basically the penthouse. Now, that, in my mind, I mean, it works in like some other game, but in Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown, that really would not work. Firstly, let's go over some of the counterpoints. This enormous tower houses a huge luxury hotel complex. The Solar Hotel was designed to be a flagship building for the ultra high-end market that meets the lofty expectations of its wealthiest clients. Note on the wealthiest clients bit, ultra high-end market, flagship, and also the luxury hotel. Now, all of those, yeah, they scream TDU to me, but they also don't at the same time. The entire point of TDU is that you have this progression system, and as you climb higher up, you basically start off from nothing. TDU 1, you literally came to Honolulu with enough cash to get you your first house and a fairly nice starter car, to be fair. Now in TDU 2, you're a valet driver who barely makes ends meet, it seems. In both games, progression is a massive key thing, and to have something like that gone from TDU, it's just not happening. If this was Horizon 5, sure, I'd believe you, but this is TDU SC. It's not happening. Progression's here to stay, and it doesn't make sense to have like some shitty ass apartment at the bottom level of a luxury hotel complex and then going up to like better ones. And the thing that I've been saying all the time when someone asks the question, are there going to be playhouses or dealerships? This part of the website says it's not going to be part of TDUSC. Adds Kiloton. What are you doing? The thing what I say is, just because it's somewhere you can stay in TDUSC does not mean it's going to be the only place that you can stay in TDUSC. It really doesn't make sense. And about the dealerships, oh my god, I don't understand how people get there's going to be no dealerships from this. The only thing that I can imagine them saying that is because the island is too small, there's going to be no playhouses, no dealerships. Now let's just assume that the map is only Hong Kong Island, just for the moment, just for the sake of the argument. Forza Horizon 4, we all know how big that game is. It's like 70 something kilometers squared, even though all of that isn't entirely drivable area. It is fairly close to Hong Kong Island in its own right. And that game has 12 houses. 12 houses and a festival. It'd be insane not to have playhouses if you're just using Hong Kong Island as the basis of an argument for that and not having enough space. Same goes for dealerships. It really doesn't make sense to not have dealerships, to go down to a store and test drive a car. That is literally the name of the game, Test Drive Unlimited. And Simon thinks this too. If you don't already know who Simon is, he is the TDU community manager, and literally on the day where the Discord server was open, or at Nacon Connect 2021 where TDUSC was unveiled to the public for the first time, he literally says, and I quote, "For me, the dealership discovery was cool. Drive down the street and visit the Scurry dealership, test the car for a few minutes, and the grind to buy it. We'll capture this in TDUSC." And that basically, well, it doesn't confirm dealerships, but it definitely basically confirms dealerships, should I say. It's not officially saying that there's going to be dealerships, but yeah, it just doesn't make sense not to have dealerships or player houses in Test Drive Unlimited Solar Crown. So all I think this is people are going way too harsh with their assumptions and diving into something that, well, doesn't have a lot of facts to back it up, and basically assuming the worst way too quickly. TDUSC is going to be releasing in over a year away, so if you're worried about why aren't they giving us more detail, don't worry, they literally have over 12 months to give us more info about the game. Besides, I think that there's going to be a lot of spotlight on Horizon 5 this year for being the racing game, so I think it'd be wise for KT to do their big reveal of info when people are bored of Horizon 5, which I assume would be like maybe a few months after the release of Horizon 5. So I'm gonna say like February time would be like a decent time to give us info about SC or TDUSC, or like the earliest time where I think would be sensible to give some significant info, aka gameplay, things like that. So I'm not expecting gameplay this year, if anyone's wondering my opinion on that. So yeah, I expect them to be at Gamescom, or I'm guessing they're going to be at Gamescom. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. I also went onto YouTube today, and I don't really do this. I don't really check how much views my videos get. I only read the comments, and that's basically it. The video that I did on how big is TDUSC's map apparently did really well, like over 1,100 of you amazing people decided to watch that. So really thanks, because it means a lot to me getting that many people watching a video this early on as well. Like it's honestly mind-blowing for me. So thank you for everyone for your support, and as always, thank you for watching.
Yeah.